Hello, this is Mr. Lordi and I'm from Lordi and you are watching GRIMM TV.
How are you on this fine, very sunny Finnish winter day?
And very, it's like very untypical Finnish February day.
Yeah, I was
very
earlier.
Strange.
I was earlier.
No snow.
Yeah.
Strange.
Too much color, too much light.
Weird. I'm doing okay. A bit tired, but okay.
Not too long ago, your new album, Killection, was released.
Yeah, a few days ago, actually. I mean, not even a week ago. What day is it today?
Wednesday. Thursday.
Thursday.
So almost a week.
Yeah, it came out last Friday. I guess.
Yeah. So how have the reactions been so far?
Well, since I'm not on social media myself and never been, I really don't know, except for the fact that what I've heard from people, that it's been positive. You know, it seems that it's good. I know this much that already the first printing was sold out before, I mean, on pre-orders already. So that is a good sign, of course.
Yeah.
So, and the reviews that I've heard of are pretty much the best reviews we have had ever on any of our albums, ever. So 10th time's the charm, I guess.
Well, I guess people are really appreciative of the whole concept and how much effort you put into this record.
I think they should.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, but I mean, if you like that kind of, even though I did find something strange that, well, not strange, but funny, that makes me chuckle in a way that they were, when we have this whole album, the concept is it's a fictional compilation album where the songs are from different decades and different years, and we tried our hardest to make them sound as authentic as possible with many tricks and, you know, gimmicks to make them sound like real. So there are a few fans who were not happy with the sound of 70s. They said that it's well, I know what they're you know, that it's on purpose, but a shitty sound is still a shitty sound, which I find funny. I get that, but it's all in the ear of the beholder in this case, because for me, I know that my personal taste in music pretty much goes against the grain of our diehard fans, or at least many of them. Because my favorite sounding album of Lordi catalog is Babes for Breakfast, that was produced by Michael Wagner, which is very 80s sound and very big drums, wet drums with the snares and shit. That is the sound that I grew up to and grew up with. That is the best sounding Lordi record there is. And for those guys who are like, well, I could be their dad. Well, I'm turning 46 in a few weeks, and those guys are probably like 25 or whatever. For them, it sounds shitty. It's the shittiest sounding album that we have. And on the other hand, usually I've noticed that many of our diehard fans, they enjoy the sound of Deadache, which for me is the worst sounding album of our catalog. And so it doesn't come to me as a surprise that this album, this Killection that has so many sounds, it actually divides people in the categories of what are they accustomed to, what are they used to, and what are they familiar with, or what are they comfortable with, you know. But all these sounds on the album are something that I'm comfortable with, you know.
Yeah.
But clearly there's somewhere there is a gap between myself and our band and some of our diehard, like, core audience.
I'm guessing some people just don't really get the concept. You just need to make that click.
Yeah, or even if they would, you know, if they would get the concept of it, but they, well, like they said, a shitty sound is still a shitty sound, which is like, yeah, if you consider it being a shitty sound, because of course all those sounds were the creme de la creme, the fucking absolute high quality sounds of their times.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really make it shitty sound. It's just it's different.
Yeah. Well, personally, I really appreciated the totally different take you were taking on this album.
Cool.
It's because like I saw some interviews with you that you were saying like, yeah, we started to sound like Lordi, always the same sort of.
Yeah.
And I had the same feeling with your album. I always really liked your albums, but they're always like, okay, it's another Lordi album.
And also the thing is that because I mean it's not only with Lordi. It's every artist, every band. I mean, well, okay, there's an exception to the rule because now there's in pop genre and hip hop and all that shit that they are not releasing albums anymore. They are releasing singles, and then they maybe collect all the singles of 10 or 12 singles within a year or 2 years, and then they put out an album. That's different. But when you pretty much take any, well, let's say rock album by any artist, by any band, no matter what year or what decade, the album, those 10 or 12 songs that are on the album, they sound the same, and that is something that I grew up I'm so fed up with that and frustrated, and because I mean the starting point for this whole little journey that we did is because I got so fucking angry on the fact that when we are writing songs, or I am writing songs, and when we're selecting the songs, there's tons of songs. There's always like 20 or 30 songs that I have time to demo, and there's 10 of those are selected, more or less 10, for the album. And then there's so many fucking gems and diamonds that are left out, where everybody thinks it's a great fucking song, but it doesn't fit the production of the sound of the album. And if we would make that song work, we would need to do a completely different sound for that song, and it doesn't fit in with the others. Yeah, and I for the past few albums I've gotten so fucking tired. Actually, we kind of did already a little bit of a break away from that on the Monstereophonic album, which was like 2 albums ago.
Yeah.
There was another side which was like basically like 80s orientated, 80s influenced sound, and then the other half being a conceptual, more metal influenced.
I really like that part.
Yeah. So we did that, but even with that, I didn't think that the sound was different enough on the A and B side, if you want to think of them like on A and B sides. But it wasn't different enough for me. I do like the album. I think that we succeeded with that, but still, I would have wanted the sound to be more different. And now, well, this is the first album that I officially produced myself. Okay. Even though already our ex drummer Kita, he used to say that I'm actually the producer of pretty much all the Lordi albums anyway, because this comes down to the fact that what is production, what is producing. And usually producing is not only about the sound. The engineers, they do the sound, and the mixing guys, they make the sound, but the producer is somebody who decides the structure of the songs and makes the decisions on the all kinds of little nuances on the songs. So basically I have been doing that pretty much since the first album already. But now we decided that I'm going to be the producer, so we will get exactly what I want. So there's no other authority there who could, somehow.
I guess with this album that was kind of really important too.
Oh yeah, oh absolutely. And even though this idea was already there for Sexism, our previous album, to make the album like that, and I spoke with Mikko Karmela, who produced Sexism, and produced 3 songs, or recorded 3 songs for this album, and engineered and mixed those songs. And I spoke with him already about this, and he said that, well, of course it's possible to do an album like this, and but then in the end, Mikko didn't even have the time to record the whole album, but I think it was for the best, because even though as much as we love Mikko's sound, the thing is that whereas every artist and every fucking musician have their own mannerisms and have their own things that they do time after time, and there are these certain things like these trademarks that you're doing voluntarily or without even realizing it. You're doing that. But same thing with producers too. So I think it's a good thing that we actually had different people recording, different people engineering, different people mixing. So they are actually completely different sounds. Yeah. Because if it would have been done with one guy, I'm afraid that one guy's whoever that the guy would have been, the mannerisms would have been through in all the songs. Because it's a matter of tastes. Yeah, I like that kind of a snare sound, and even though my customer is asking for this kind of a sound for that, and asking that kind of sound for that song. But my personal, as an engineer or mixer, my personal favorite is that sound. So even that sound is gonna sound a little bit more like that sound.
It also makes just perfect sense for this album because there's a good chance that you just couldn't get the same producer for every song because it's over 40 years or so. Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Very shortly, that concept album part that you did like a couple of albums ago. Would you ever consider like doing like a show or a tour like with that like in full?
Well, one thing with that is that our A&R Janne asked us to do a conceptual album like that for since Dead Ache really, but okay, I gave in at like 10 years later with the Monstereophonic but only half an album, as you know. My promise to Eamon, our guitar player, was that we will never play these songs live.
Okay.
We already broke that promise, so I did, because we have played one song of the theater side live on the last tour, and then there was talks that we could do like a short tour or something, only playing that conceptual the theater thingy. But now, it's 2 albums ago already, so maybe someday. Yeah. But now, here's the thing with me, which is fucked up, because I really don't look. I love things in the past. I love like.
Well, you love 80s music, so.
Yeah, and I love Muppet Show, and I love Star Wars, and I love Kiss, and I love all the Twisted Sister. I love everything that is like. I'm the kind of guy that thinks that everything was better yesterday, and everything was way better 10 years ago, and everything was brilliant like 20 or 30 years ago. Now everything sucks. But while that being said, when it comes to my own doings and my own things that I've come up with, I kind of like leave them behind. So for me it is for me it is quite.
So let's keep it on a maybe.
Yeah, because it's more like, because the thing that I enjoy the less on all the aspects of rock and roll and music business is actually the touring, the live shows. That is the thing that is my least favorite part. They're okay, but my favorite part is when I'm writing the songs and when we're recording the songs, making the masks, shooting the videos and at the photo shoot, because then you are creating something new. But when you go on tour, you are just like repeating what you already created. Yeah. So for me, with this brain that I have, it is kind of hard, because it's boring when you are not creating anything new. You are just repeating what you have already done.
That's
so
understandable.
To answer your question, is there anything? Well, maybe, but
we'll see.
It's done. That's not done, but that album is done.
Yeah, of course.
It's like,
I just thought of asking because I really like that part of the album.
Right. Me too. Yeah. But